Africa is the second largest and most populous continent, known for its scientific breakthroughs that have changed our understanding of human history. Here are some unexplained African discoveries. Number 15. The Lost City of Heracleion. The city was discovered in 2001 by French underwater archaeologist Frank Godiot. The city was located off the coast of Egypt, near the city of Alexandria. Heracleion was once a thriving port city, but was destroyed by a tsunami in the 8th century AD and eventually engulfed by the Mediterranean Sea. The city was buried under sand and mud for centuries, lost at sea for some 1,200 years, and has only been rediscovered in recent years. In its heyday, Heracleion was an important commercial center and was home to a large population. The city was also a religious center and was home to numerous temples and shrines. The discovery of Heracleion was a major archaeological find because many people believed that this city was just another legend and myth passed down from generation to generation. On the contrary, using state-of-the-art technology, archaeologists discovered, mapped, and excavated the ancient city of Heracleion. The city has yielded a wealth of artifacts, including statues, jewelry, and coins. The city has also provided valuable data on the history of ancient Egypt. The discovery of Heracleion has been a major tourist attraction, and the city is now open to the public, and visitors can explore the ruins of the ancient. The city is a reminder of the lost civilizations of the past and is a fascinating place to visit. Archaeologists have found a wealth of artifacts in the city, such as statues, coins, and ceramics, and have also found remains of temples, palaces, and other buildings. Number 14. Australopithecus de Yeremite. Have you heard of Lucy? If you haven't, Lucy is a group of several hundred preserved bone fragments called Al-2881, sometimes referred to as Lucy or Dinkinesh, and represents approximately 40% of a female Australopithecus afarensis hominid. It was discovered in 1974 by paleoanthropologist Donald Johanson of the Cleveland Museum of Natural History at the Hadar site in the Awash Valley of the Afar Triangle, Ethiopia. The early Australopithecine Lucy specimen dates to about 3.2 million years ago. That's all about Lucy. Researchers now believe they have discovered what is considered Lucy's neighbor. It's called Lucy's neighbor because it was found not far from Lucy. The new fossil hominin species, known as Australopithecus dieremida, was discovered by an international scientific team under the leadership of Professor Johannes Haile Selassie at the Woronso Mila site in the Central Afar region of Ethiopia. The worldwide scientific publication on the discovery of an Australopithecine fossil raises the issue of the origin and evolution of early hominids in Africa to a new level. Number 13. Microcebus jonahii. Researchers have discovered a new species of lemur in Madagascar, Microcebus jonahii, the world's smallest primate, weighing only 29 grams. The lemur was found in the tropical forests of northern Madagascar and is described as having a long tail, large ears, and brown fur. The discovery of this new species is an important contribution to the biodiversity of Madagascar, which is home to a wide variety of unique animals. Microcebus jonahii is a newly discovered lemur species that is the smallest known primate in the world. It was discovered in 2005 in the rainforest of Madagascar by a team of scientists led by Dr. Andrian Ratsimbazafi of the University of Antananarivo. The lemur is named after Dr. Jonas Rakatwarisan, a Malagasy primatologist who contributed significantly to its discovery. Microcebus jonahii is a small nocturnal primate with a long tail. It is the size of a large mouse, with a head and body of about 5 centimeters and a tail of about 10 centimeters. The fur of Microcebus jonahii is brown or reddish-brown with a white belly. The eyes are large and black, and the ears are large and rounded. Microcebus jonahii is a solitary animal that lives in trees. It is insectivorous, and its diet consists of insects, spiders, and other small invertebrates. The lemur is active at night and uses its long tail to maintain its balance as it moves through the trees. As beautiful and fascinating as this discovery is, the Microcebus jonahii is a critically endangered species. Its population has declined significantly due to habitat loss and hunting. Number 12. Aten, Egypt's lost golden city. Archaeologists have discovered a 3,000-year-old city dating back to the reign of Pharaoh Amenhotep III. A team of archaeologists discovered this city in Egypt, near the present-day city of Luxor. The city, believed to have been built during Egypt's 18th dynasty, was once a thriving metropolis with a population of over 20,000 people. It is believed to have been the largest administrative and industrial settlement of the time. The city was discovered in September of 2020 when a team of archaeologists were searching for the mortuary temple of King Tutankhamun. However, they were surprised to find the city in place. The discovery of Aten is an important archaeological find that has provided researchers with new insights into the history of ancient Egypt. The city is believed to have housed several important buildings, including temples, palaces, and workshops. It is also believed to have been an important commercial center. Archaeologists have found valuable artifacts at the site, such as colorful pottery, jewelry, and adobes with the seals of Amenhotep III. They are still excavating the site and expect to discover even more treasures in the future. The discovery of Aten will arouse great interest among archaeologists and historians. It is a reminder of the rich history of ancient Egypt, as well as providing new insights into the lives of the people who lived there. Number 11. The summit of Mount Leco. In 2018, a man made a discovery when he found a rainforest on Google Maps. That man is Dr. Julian Bayliss. Under the direction of Dr. Julian Bayliss, a group of 28 explorers embarked on a long trek to an untouched rainforest in Mozambique that he found on Google Maps. He needed professionals up to the task, so this was no ordinary team. It took 2 years to assemble the team of 28 biologists, logisticians, plant experts, and researchers that Dr. Bayliss needed for his first mission. Bayliss needed for his inaugural mission. Dr. Wilcox and his team had to climb a 125-meter cliff because they needed access to this extremely unusual rainforest. He was certain that there was not a single rainforest that had not been disturbed by man. Undoubtedly, most known life forms are found in rainforests, which are the oldest living ecosystems on the planet. They also store carbon longer than any other biological system. Almost all rainforests have historical human footprints, although some are millions of years old. Dr. Bayliss made the wise decision to contact experienced climbers to start the mission in the right direction. To make his mission feasible, professional climbers Mike Robertson and Jules Lines are considered the best in the UK. The climbers carefully demonstrated how to climb up and down without losing a limb as they carefully climbed up the rock face above the scientists' base camp, tied 2 ropes up and down, and taught the team how to climb. The team's experience learning to climb a 125-meter cliff in the jungle was both thrilling and terrifying. Dr. Wilcox and his colleague Doug traveled for 2 days to get to the jungle bedrock and study the layers of the soil like a history book. As they knew Dr. Bayliss had made a precious and pristine discovery, they were able to learn about every forest fire that occurred and every plant that flourished there. In addition, there were countless caterpillar droppings everywhere. Their droppings fell like a dry, gentle rain. Number 10. Angola Teton Adamastor. Researchers have discovered a new species of giant dinosaur in Angola called Angola Teton Adamastor. The dinosaur lived about 90 million years ago and was about 15 meters long and weighed about 15 tons. It was herbivorous and had a long neck and tail. The discovery of Angola Teton Adamastor is significant because it is the first new dinosaur species to be discovered in Angola in over 50 years. It is also the largest dinosaur ever found in Angola. The discovery of the Angola Teton Adamastor provides new insights into the diversity of dinosaurs that lived in Africa during the Mesozoic. The Angola Teton Adamastor was herbivorous, and its long neck and tail helped it reach the treetops to feed. It was a slow-moving animal, and its powerful legs helped it to travel long distances in search of food. Angola Teton belonged to the titanosaurid family, which includes some of the largest dinosaurs ever known. Other members of the titanosaurid family include Argentinosaurus, Patagoton, and Dreadnoughtus. Angola Teton was discovered in 2014 by a team of paleontologists from the University of Lisbon. The fossils were found in the Angolan locality of Namibe. The name Angola Teton means Angola Titan, and Adamastor means unconquerable. Angola Teton is the first giant dinosaur discovered in Angola. It is an important discovery because it provides new information about the dinosaurs that lived in Africa during the Cretaceous. Number 9. Lago Chad. Indicate that there was once a considerable body of water beneath the vast Sahara Desert. This discovery has advanced our understanding of the planet's prehistoric landscapes and is nothing short of a geological marvel. Ted Maxwell, a geologist at the National Air and Space Museum, and his group conducted the research. The geologists were able to produce an astonishingly clear image of the ancient lake, more than 250,000 years old. by combining images of wind-blown sediments and water-formed sediments with bedrock visible by radar beneath the desert sand. Most striking is the actual size of the lake at its peak. It was larger than many contemporary nations. With an area of over 42 square miles, the ancient lake was at an elevation of 2,500 meters above sea level, and a smaller one, covering 19,000 square miles, was at an elevation of about 2,500 meters above sea level. The sea had a height of about 600 meters. By comparison, the smallest lake was the size of a country as small as Costa Rica. It is surprising that an African lake that has dried up is linked to the future of an entire continent. Lake Chad, once 140 square miles in area, has shrunk considerably due to human exploitation as a source of fresh water. Number 8. Ancient Meteorite Impact Site. A team of researchers from Witwatersrand University, South Africa, discovered a 2-billion-year-old meteorite impact site in Botswana. The crater, about 160 kilometers in diameter, is one of the largest and oldest on Earth. Researchers believe the impact occurred during the Proterozoic era, a time when the Earth was still very young. The impact would have caused a massive explosion, spewing huge amounts of debris into the atmosphere. This debris would have rained down on the Earth, causing widespread destruction. The impact would also have had a significant impact on the Earth's climate. The dust and debris thrown into the atmosphere would have blocked the sun, causing global cooling. This cooling would have had a devastating impact on life on Earth, killing many plants and animals. The discovery of this impact crater is important because it provides new data on Earth's history. It shows that the Earth has been bombarded by meteorites for billions of years, and that these impacts have had a significant impact on the evolution of life on Earth. The researchers hope that further study of the crater will help them learn more about its impact on Earth's climate and environment. They also hope it will help them better understand the history of meteorite impacts on Earth. The discovery of this impact crater is a reminder of the power of nature and the dangers we face from space, as well as a reminder of the importance of studying Earth's past to better understand its future. Number 7. Oldest Stone Age tools. Owen's ancient stone tool industry is the oldest known. Dating back 2.5 million years ago, these artifacts represent an important turning point in human evolution, as they are the oldest examples of cultural behavior. Oldowan tools were created by Homo habilis, an ancestor of Homo sapiens. Oldowan artifacts were first found in the Olduvai Gorge in Tanzania, and have since been found at several sites in eastern, central, and southern Africa. The oldest of these is a site in Ghana, Ethiopia. Choppers are an example of antiquated technology, and stone cores were used to make choppers, which have a sharp edge created by removing flakes from part of the surface. Scientists have discovered this new evidence that our ancestors used some of the oldest stone tools ever discovered to chop up hippopotamus and grind plant material. This discovery provides the first examples of the ancient toolkit, a crucial Stone Age invention, as well as the first evidence of exceptionally massive animal consumption by hominins. About 2.9 million years ago, tools were in use in Kenya, near the shores of Lake Victoria. A pair of huge molars of an evolutionary relative of the human species was also discovered during excavations at the site known as Nyayanga, located on the Homa Peninsula in western Kenya. Number 6. Mysterious Gilf. Kabir Rock Art, a sandstone plateau near the borders of Egypt, Libya, and Sudan, is home to mysterious rock art. The area is one of the hottest and driest on Earth, with temperatures reaching 100 degrees Fahrenheit and little or no rainfall despite the harsh conditions. Gilf Kabir is an archaeological site popular for its collection of prehistoric cave paintings. One of the most intriguing is the Cave of the Beasts, covered with hundreds of human footprints and illustrations of animals such as giraffes, elephants, gazelles, and ostriches. The cave paintings are notable for their terrifying themes, often depicting animals swallowing or spitting on humans. Researchers are also puzzled by stencils of adult hands near the beast illustrations, as well as smaller hands that do not match human fingerprints. Some believe the small handprints were made by aliens, while others believe they were made by lizards. The mystery of the rock art remains unsolved. Number 5. ERG Chech 2. In the arid depths of the Sahara Desert, there has been an amazing discovery that has scientists around the world excited, curious, and amazed. It is a fragment of an embryonic asteroid that existed even before the Earth was born. Known as ERG-CHECH-2, this ancient meteorite offers a glimpse into planetary formation during the early days of the solar system. This volcanic space rock is unlike anything seen before and is the oldest lava known to have fallen to Earth. Weighing approximately 18 kilograms, the rocks contain impressive crystals that have scientists drooling with anticipation. According to a study published in Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, this time capsule from the solar system's infancy is extremely valuable, and scientists are thrilled at the opportunity to examine it. The meteorite, which was discovered in May 2020 in Algeria's ERG-CHECH-2 Sea, is decayed, to say the least, but still holds valuable information about its protoplanetary progenitor. Analysis of the rock's elements, such as magnesium and aluminum, revealed that it crystallized about 4.5 billion years ago, making it the oldest known piece of crust. But there's more. The meteorite's unusual composition is so interesting that it is 58% silicon dioxide, meaning that its parent body had a crust made of andesite rock. This type of rock is distinct from the more common basaltic rock found in volcanic regions of the Earth. Number 4. Shingopana songwensis. A new species of giant long-necked sauropod dinosaur has been discovered in Tanzania. The dinosaur, named Shingopana songwensis, lived between 70 and 100 million years ago and was closely related to the titanosaurids of South America. The fossils were discovered in the Songwe region of the Great Rift Valley in southwestern Tanzania and excavated by scientists affiliated with the Rukwa Rift Basin Project, and the study was published in the Journal of Vertebrate Paleontology. Shingopana was a large dinosaur estimated to have been up to 15 meters long and weighed up to 20 tons. It had a long neck, a small head, and a long tail. Its teeth were small and pincer-like, suggesting that it was herbivorous. The discovery of Shingopana is important because it provides new evidence of the diversity of dinosaurs that lived in Africa during the Mesozoic. It also suggests that there was more interaction between African and South American dinosaurs than previously thought. The lead author of the study, Eric Gorsk, stated that the discovery of Shingopana was an important contribution to our understanding of the dinosaurs that lived in Africa, and that the finding of this new species would provide new insights into the evolutionary relationships between African and South American titanosaurids. Number 3. Homo naledi. A surprising finding about an early hominin suggests that a larger brain may not necessarily indicate greater intellect. After all, despite having hands and feet that resembled those of modern humans, Homo naledi, a hominin discovered in the Rising Star Cave system in the cradle of humanity in Africa in 2013, had a brain that was only 1/3 the size of a modern human, a trait that experts had previously attributed to a sign of lower intelligence than its Homo sapiens relatives. Homo naledi is an extinct type of prehistoric human dating from the Middle Pleistocene, that is, approximately 300,000 years ago. At least 15 distinct individuals are represented by the 1,500 specimens of the initial discovery. In addition to coincidences and similarities with contemporary Homo, they show some traits with ancient Australopithecus and early Homo. The hominin fossils were discovered by cavers Rick Hunter and Stephen Tucker on September 13, 2013, while exploring the Rising Star Cave system in the Cradle of Humanity, South Africa. They returned to the chamber on September 24, 2013, and took photographs, which they delivered to South African paleoanthropologists Lee Rogers Berger and Pedro Boshoff on October 1st. These two cavers, out of curiosity and desperation, successfully penetrated an undiscovered chamber through an extremely narrow path. They saw thousands of fossilized bones scattered on the floor, which were later determined to be new species. In 2015, according to archaeological findings, Homo naledi, a prehistoric human species with a chimpanzee-like head, may have used fire to prepare food and navigate the gloom of subway caves. Africa's number 2 is divided. A new ocean will form when the African continent splits in half. Yes, you heard right. Since 2005, tectonic plate movements in Ethiopia have been separating the larger Nubian tectonic plate from the smaller Somali plate. Without human intervention, this continent is changing. Not since South America and Africa separated into separate continents hundreds of millions of years ago have we seen this phenomenon. Have you ever thought about what this will mean for the African continent and the world? It could mean that Ethiopia and Uganda, two nations that currently have no access to the sea, will suddenly have access to the coasts, opening up new opportunities for trade and industry. These dramatic geographic changes could be due to the rise of magma beneath the layers. In any case, the result of all these ruptures will be a tiny East African continent. This revelation could revolutionize the world as we know it, but it will not happen overnight. Researchers estimate that it will take between 5 and 10 million years before the African continent is completely divided. So as we prepare for this change, we are forced to imagine what the world will look like by then. Unfortunately, it's a once-in-a-lifetime event, and our generation may not be lucky enough to see it. Number 1. Homo sapiens fossils. Researchers in Morocco have discovered fossils of the oldest known species of Homo sapiens, some 300,000 years old, at an archaeological site near the Atlantic coast. The findings of skulls, faces, and jaws, identified as the earliest members of our species, have been dated to thousands of years. This indicates that Homo sapiens may have existed more than 100,000 years earlier than previously thought. Most researchers have placed the origins of our species in East Africa, some 200,000 years ago. The published findings do not mean that Homo sapiens originated in North Africa. Instead, they suggest that early members of the species evolved throughout the continent. The Homo sapiens fossils were found at a site in Jebel Irhoud, Morocco. They are 100,000 years older than previously discovered and securely dated Homo sapiens fossils. It is the first such fossil find in North Africa and extends the cradle of humanity to all of Africa. Previous finds had occurred in southern or eastern Africa. The fossils, which include a partial skull and lower jaw, belong to 5 different individuals, including 3 young adults, an adolescent, and an 8-year-old child. Stone tools, animal bones, and evidence of fire were also found in the same layer of the site. But what the researchers found most remarkable about these fossils is that they capture a moment in evolution. But what happened in between? I suppose more future discoveries will reveal more. Thanks for watching and see you next time.